Welcome to CSUB Antelope Valley online tutorial videos. In this video, we are exploring the two concentrations within the major of sociology to hopefully give you a better idea and understanding what each of these concentrations are about. To help us with this, we have Professor Sanchez. He is one of our sociology advisors at the AV satellite. Professor Sanchez.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself for those of our new students who haven't gotten a chance to know you yet?
Sure, yeah. My name is Professor Sanchez. I teach some of the core classes, like the theory classes. I teach a research methods class, specifically the qualitative research methods. And so, yeah, if you haven't had me yet, you will. And hopefully I'll have the pleasure of seeing you soon.
Okay, great. Let's jump right to it. Okay, so the first thing we wanted to go over is the academic requirements differences between the two concentrations. And they actually both have the exact same prerequisites. So there isn't any additional courses you need to have taken at the community college prior to transfer in order to qualify for either of these. They are exactly the same. You also take the same upper division core classes, same research, theory. You also do the same senior seminar at the end of your academic degree. So the main differences fall under the upper division major electives. In the traditional sociology degree, it's a bit more flexible. They tell you to take 4 classes, at least 3 of them upper division, and then you get to pick those classes based on interests, based on maybe instructor or time preference. You do really get to choose between any upper division sociology classes we have, as long as you meet the necessary prerequisites for it. In the human services concentration, you do get to choose your classes, but you are given a pre-selected list of courses that are related specifically to social services and social work. There is no internship available in the traditional track. There is an internship required in the human services concentration. The internship requires 100 hours of field experience. You are placed in the internship by your instructors. They do assist you in that regard, but you have to have the ability to do those 100 hours within that given semester that you take the course. The traditional sociology concentration allows you enough room for students to combine sociology with a minor. And it has to be a minor that we offer at the AV satellite, for example, business, child, adolescent, and family studies, criminal justice, religious studies, psychology, things like that. Whereas in the human services concentration, you don't combine anything with your field in sociology, you just have more courses within sociology. Anything I forgot to add in these lists, Professor Sanchez?
No, I think it looks great. The breakdown looks very nice. Yeah, it looks perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so we have some questions that we get a lot when students are considering these two different concentrations. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Professor Sanchez these frequently asked questions about the change. So one of the ones that we get a lot is, will one of these concentrations graduate me faster?
Yeah, so there is a difference between the traditional versus the human services. Because of the specific courses we require in the human services concentration, it is a difference of a couple classes, so a couple more classes for the human services concentration, depending on how many units you came in with. But very slight difference, very, very minimal.
Thank you. Question number 2, will choosing one concentration over the other affect my ability to pursue a master's degree later on?
Yeah, so regardless of if you go through the traditional track or the human services concentration, you are eligible to enroll into a master's program because you are receiving a bachelor's in sociology. The only way you wouldn't be able to apply is if you didn't finish, So yeah, either one of these tracks, you'll be able to apply to a master's program.
Okay. And then I think a lot of them ask specifically the master's in social work.
Yes. So, I've had that question as well, like somebody that may be on the traditional track who starts taking sociology classes and decides, well, maybe I want to go through the social work route, then they then ask me, do I have to switch over to human services? And my answer would be, no, you don't have to. We can, but it's not required. You still can apply to the Master's of Social Work program, the MSW program, if you are on the traditional track. And so, yeah, regardless of if you're traditional human services, you can apply to either the Master's of Social Work, or if you choose to go into the Master's of Sociology, you can do that as well.
Thank you. Okay, the next question. Will choosing one concentration over the other affect my career choices after graduation?
I think that if you're set on going into social work, you definitely want to go to the human services concentration, just because we've created that concentration to fit that mold and to fit that career path. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do that through the traditional track. Likewise, if you're in the human services track and you decide to pursue academia or sociology related positions, then you can do that as well. So, if you do traditional versus human services, it's not going to affect, do I have to become a social worker? Do I have to go into the world of academia? It's just based on your decision once you finish. And so, yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything there. Did I answer all those questions?
I think you're doing good. Okay, so next one, this is our last question that we get a lot. Do either of these concentrations make me more marketable for employment after graduation?
So what I really like about I like both of these concentrations, but what I really like about the human services is the internship requirement, because we are actually the ones that plug you in. We give you those responsibilities. You're required to do a certain amount of hours in the field. So you're really able to get your feet wet. You get that experience. You make those connections, which are all valuable things where you can market yourself. But again, the traditional track provides the same thing, because both of these concentrations require in-depth experiences with research. And that's what these employers value, is they value this research experience, whether that's quantitative or qualitative. And so that can also make you very marketable. So the traditional track also has those elements. And if, I know that the human services does require those hours, and some people aren't able to do that. So then they choose to go to the traditional track. You still can plug yourself into the community by being active in club organizations like Sociology Club. And so, for instance, I'm the Sociology Club Advisor of Antelope Valley Sociology Club. And so we work with a lot of organizations, and you can write that kind of those activities and those experiences on your resume. And so, yeah, and that's at your own, the time that you can devote to it. You're not required. So, yeah, there's plenty of opportunities with both the traditional and human services.
Great, thank you. Okay, so hopefully this has been so far enough information with this for students to have made a decision so far. And if you realized you applied for the right concentration, congratulations, you can stop watching this video now. All you have to do is follow your academic requirements and then graduate. If you've decided you either need more information or you've realized you are in the wrong concentration, we have more steps, more instructions for you on what to do next. One of the things that you could do is you can get what we call a what if degree audit, which is available on your student portal in your My CSUB account. If you're not familiar with the degree audit, or you're not familiar with your My CSUB account just yet, we do have other tutorial videos that can break these down. In that case, I would say pause this video, go check out what a degree audit is, and then come back for the rest of the information. And you can also meet with your faculty advisor to discuss your choices as far as careers in graduate school, or if you just want to review your academic requirements, you can meet with myself, Leah Anton. I don't think I said my name at the beginning. So I'm Leah Anton. I am the undergraduate advisor and tutoring coordinator for the CSUB AV satellite, for those of you who don't know me yet. If you haven't met with me, you will soon. Okay, so in your My CSUB account, the way that you get this what if degree audit is you go and right under your academics, you go into the plan, you click on that, and then on the bottom right, there is a link there that says go to what if report. Click on that, create new report. Okay, and then it's going to give you a whole lot of drop-down menus. You really don't need to move anything else except for the concentration part of it. And if you're human services, you're going to choose the traditional. If you're traditional, you can choose the human services. They do have ethnic studies and urban planning listed here, but those concentrations are actually not available at the AV satellite yet. The only two that we currently have are the traditional and the human services concentration. When you pick this, you're going to notice that the sub-plan term here is going to turn blank. So all you have to do at that point is you're going to select the same term listed here as you have on your plan term for the area of study, because your major and your concentration have to be on the same catalog year. As long as you pick the exact same one that you have for your major there, you're going to be fine. Okay, so once you've selected the concentration and the plan, you can click on Submit Request. And it's going to give you that what if unofficial report. It does say it in big bold letters on the top so that you understand you did not just change your major. You're just looking at the course requirements for that different concentration. It will list what your current academic objective is, and it will tell you what this simulated academic objective looks like based on the courses that you've completed and the requirements you've completed so far, what you have left. As a little cheat sheet, or reminder, if you've seen the video already, anything with a green check mark or a purple triangle means that requirement has been met. You don't need it anymore. Anything with the yellow diamond means the course or the requirement is currently in progress. And anything with the red square means that requirement is still needed. It will let you know how many courses are needed, and it will give you a list of what the possible requirements are to meet, possible courses are to meet that requirement. Okay, and then these are your two faculty advisors at the AV satellite right now, Professor Gibson and Professor Sanchez. Remember, they are available to meet with you if you have more questions about, again, either careers or more field-specific information that you want in the field of sociology. If you just want to know your academics, how many classes, how many units, that kind of stuff, then you're welcome to meet with me for a change of major change of major appointment. Those appointments are not for students who have already decided to change the major. They are for students who want to compare the differences between the two. I know some students get scared. They don't want to schedule a change of major appointment because they think they're obligated to change your major. You are never obligated to change your major. The point of those appointments is to help you explore the difference between the two and hopefully give you enough information for you to make that decision. Thank you, Professor Sanchez. Anything you'd like to add before we close?
No, I think you said everything I'd like to say. So, you know, if you have any questions, I'm always here to help you out. And so, yeah, just reach out to me. And yeah, it's been a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Okay, everybody, that's it for this video. Bye.